My grandfather came from a little town in northern Italy called Riva, and he came to this country because of one thing. He wanted to be free. He had a good job after the war. He worked for the government and had a job on a mail train, sorting mail. It was a secure job. It was a safe job. He lived in a beautiful little hamlet at the foothills of the Dolomite Mountains right next to a lake. I visited and I wondered, why would anyone want to leave this beautiful, idyllic place? He came to this country because he didn't want the security and stability of a government job in a fascist state, which is what Italy was in 1925. He came to this country because he wanted to be free. He ended up working in the coal mines of Western Pennsylvania, and it was a tough life. But he never, ever looked back. He never thought, well, did I make a wrong decision? He worked in those coal mines till he was 72 years old. America is a belief. It's an aspiration. It's a common set of ideals that when people come to this country from anywhere in the world, if they share those ideals, they can become Americans. And I always say my grandfather, even when he was living in Italy, in his heart he was an American because he shared those ideals. And he wanted to be here because he wanted to participate in this great country. My grandfather didn't come because we had Medicare or Medicaid or Social Security or unemployment insurance. We didn't have any of those things. He came because he had opportunity. Our founders understood freedom to be with responsibility, responsibility beyond yourself, responsibility to serve God, to serve your country, to serve your neighbors, serve your family. All of those things were what freedom meant to them. I love the fact when I go to Tea Party rallies and I ask folks, anybody have their Constitution? They all raise their Constitution up and they talk about getting back to founding principles, getting back to what made this country great. And the Constitution is a very big part of that. It's the process that our founders put in place to assure that we could remain free. And as long as we stick to that formula, the formula that's laid out in the Constitution of limited government, of protecting individual rights, of promoting a very strong and secure America, we're going to be in good shape for a long, long time. And I think the Tea Party folks, like I do right now, believe that we have people in Washington who don't believe in those founding principles anymore. Over half of America now receive some sort of government benefit, and 40 cents of that dollar that they're getting, they're charging their children and grandchildren for the rest of their lives to pay the debt service on the money that they're receiving. That is immoral. That is wrong. We should not be really oppressing and limiting the window of opportunity for future generations of Americans because we think we deserve. I mean, if you think of, we think we deserve to have future generations pay us entitlements and other benefits and other programs for the benefit of us today and mortgage the future for tomorrow. Again, when my grandfather came here, the idea, or when our founders created this country, the idea that we were going to borrow money to provide for people today and charge the next generation who have no ability to vote, no ability to look after their interest for the excesses of today, would have astounded them, that a generation would do that. I believe that if we don't fix things and turn our dependence on government and our explosion of government spending and this huge debt that we are piling up on the future generation, if we don't solve this problem, turn it around, and begin to grow this economy so we can improve the quality of life, that we can deal with this huge mountain of debt that's existing right now, then we are going to be the generation that's going to let down on the promise that every generation, I think, up until ours, has met, which is to leave this country better than what we found it.